In this video, we're going to make some earrings and we're going to use Bicone beads. This is a Bicone bead, and this one happens to be Swarovski crystal. It's just beautiful. This happens to be an 8mm bead, but we are also going to use 6mm and 4. So 4, 6, and 8mm Bicone glass beads.
Do you have the desire and the time to make 6 pairs of beautiful crystal Bicone beaded earrings?
I went through all my bags of beads to find all of these little 4mm Bicone beads. I did find quite a few 6mm, and then I have this strand of 6mm in clear, and I have a variety of 8mm. Most of my 8mm are Swarovski crystal, but I can't say that for my 6 and 4. It's just the way it is, but I do have the 8mm in Swarovski. You'll need some head pins, round nose pliers, ear wires of your choice, and maybe some small round beads. And we might use some other findings too, but pretty much just the basics. The earrings that we're going to make take 5 minutes or less. I think it took me longer to gather all the beads than what it will take to make the earrings, but we're going to start out very simple and then add more Bicone beads as we go. For the first pair of earrings, we have just a few things here. We have 2 8mm Bicone beads in a beautiful amethyst color, a dark purple. We have 2 1-inch head pins, a couple of silver-plated ear wires, and 4 tiny little 3mm beads. So this pair is quite easy, but hang in here because we're going to make different styles throughout. I have the little bead, 3mm round bead, add the Bicone bead, and I can tell you that these look a lot prettier when you're wearing them in the sunlight than what is looking in the camera right now. But just adding one more bead on top, very simple. And we're going to push the beads down and bend this at a right angle. Trim it down a little bit if you need to about 3/8 of an inch. Wires flush, and make your loop. Close it up. That's all it is. Simple beauty. Let's do the other one. You can make these in any color that you would like. Push the beads down, bend this at a right angle, same thing. Just trim off a little bit to about 3/8, wires flush. Make your loop, however you like to make it. That's just the way that I make it. Close it up. And I guess you might want to have some chain nose pliers to easily open up the loop on the ear wire. Add your little bead. Not just any bead, a Bicone crystal bead. And we have our first beautiful pair of earrings. Simple elegance, and you can make these in any color that you'd like. These look absolutely gorgeous when you get them in the sunlight. All right, let's move on to pair number 2 and add a few more Bicone beads. For the second pair of Bicone earrings, we're going to use 2 Bicones for each earring. We have 2 8mm Bicone crystals. The color is blue zircon. And then we have 2 6mm beads. And then I have 2 small head pins. These are 1 inch. I might need to go to 2 inch. We'll see. And then I have 2 tiny little rhinestone rondelles. Tiny little rhinestone rondelle. First, I'm going to show you what it looks like if all we do is stack the 8mm and the 6mm. And this is what it looks like. Now, what if we want to add this little rhinestone rondelle in between? It's a tiny little rhinestone rondelle. I think these are only 4mm. And look at that. What a difference that makes. Yeah, let's see what size these are. I've had these for a while, so let's check. Actually 4mm. Tiny little 4mm. I don't know if I can get it to show up on the camera, but I'll try. I don't know if you can see all the way around. Let's add this one in between because it really does add a lot. Now we could put a small round bead at the bottom or the top, or we could put a seed bead, but I'm actually okay with it just like it is. I'm just going to bend this at the top. Hope we have enough to make our loop, and we do. I'm not going to trim anything off. I'm just going to get the wire flush and make my loop and close it up. Let's do the same thing here. Just push the beads down, bend this, and make the loop. I guess I could have trimmed off just a little bit. Let's just go with it here. Just make sure your loop is closed. There it is. We need some ear wires. You know what? Instead of using the hook ear wires. I'm going to grab a couple of posts. I think a post will look nice. A couple post ear wires and some butterfly backs, or you could use the silicone earring backs, whatever you prefer. We do need to open up the head pin on the earring. So open it sideways and slip it through this hole. A little tiny hole on the post. I hope you can see that. And close it up. Make sure it's closed. I know that I make all different kinds of earrings on this channel, but I just thought it would be nice to make some very dainty and elegant earrings using just one style of bead. And I haven't made any with the Bicone beads, so that's what we're doing today. Let's take a look at these. Now, I don't have the back on here, so they're going to, I'll put it on because they want to fall off. Let's take a look, and here they are. It's an 8mm Bicone, 6mm Bicone, with a tiny 4mm rhinestone rondelle in between. That's all you need to make some gorgeous earrings. Again, keep in mind, you can make these any color that you'd like, and you could even use 2 different colors if you'd like. For this pair of earrings, we're going to use 3 Bicone beads. So what do we have here? I've got 2 2-inch gold head pins, gold plated, and we have 6 Bicone beads. We have 2 green 8mm and 4 6mm Bicone beads that have kind of a AB finish on them. And then I'm going to introduce 2 glass tube beads. If you're not sure, well, I guess I have some more glass tube beads, don't I, here? Didn't mean to do that. I'm also going to use some glass tube beads. They look like this. Just kind of a clear glass, maybe a little silver lining to it. You can either use the glass tube beads or liquid silver beads. I have those as well. We might use those a little bit later. And then I grabbed some gold seed beads. Just a few, don't need many. I actually only need 4 for these, but kind of hard to get just 4 out of here, so I'll just grab some. So what can we do here? We've got the 2-inch head pins. Let's pick up a little seed bead, little gold seed bead, and let's start with the 6mm Bicone bead in aqua, and then add the 8mm in green, and then another 6mm. You could put daisy spacers in between here. You could use those little 4mm rhinestone rondelles if you like. That would look gorgeous, honestly, but these beads are gorgeous too. And then you could add another seed bead, and let's try the tube bead. I don't know if I want the seed bead or not before the tube bead. Well, I kind of like it. And then let's pick up one more seed bead. And I am trying to make sure they're the same size, but this is what we're looking at. So it's a little bit longer earring. We have just a little bit left at the top to make our loop, but let's go with that. And let's just get some more seed beads and just repeat it. 6mm, 8mm, 6mm, seed bead, the glass tube, and another seed bead. There we go. I'll put these away and we'll finish up the earring. Okay, I have a couple of gold ear wires. Just push the beads down, being careful not to break your glass tube bead. I'm putting my thumbnail on that top seed bead and bending this. Let's decide if we need to trim any off. Maybe just a little bit, just a very tiny bit. I like to start out with about 3/8 inch. Chasing my wire around here. Wire is flush. Make your loop, close your loop, and do the same thing here. Make sure your beads are pushed down, just trimming off a tiny bit, and wire is flush, and make your loop. Straighten it up if you need to. Let's open the loop sideways on the ear wire and attach the loop at the top of the earring. So for those of you that like longer earrings, this is one style that you could make compared to the first 2 that we've made that are much more dainty. Okay, let's take a look at these. Again, it's all about the crystals, okay? That's what it's all about in this video. The Bicone crystals. Look at those. The glass tube bead, the little seed beads, add a little pop of gold. And then we have the aqua, the green, and the aqua. Again, any color that you'd like. And if you don't want them this long, we'll just leave out the glass tube bead and you'll have your 3 Bicones stacked. So that's pair number 3. You ready to make pair number 4? Pair number 4. What can we make this time? We have 2 2-inch head pins in silver, a few beads. Of course, our focal point today for the earrings is bicone beads. We have 2 in a dark amber. This color is topaz. Then we have 2 light colored 6mm beads, bicone beads, and then 2 4mm in a light amber or topaz, if you will. They're lighter than these. I also have some of the liquid silver tubes, and I grabbed some of these tiny little 6mm spacer beads, daisy spacers. Not sure if we're going to use those. You could also use the rhinestone rondelles or nothing at all. You don't have to put anything in between these. But let's take our 2-inch head pin and let's just pick up a small seed bead at the bottom. Again, not necessary, just trying it here. Let's pick up our 8mm bicone bead and then one of these liquid silver. I'm wondering now if I want another seed bead in between here. I think I do. I'll tell you what, I'll show this to you both ways, with the seed beads and without. So that's with the seed bead. Let's pick up another seed bead. I'm hoping that I have enough room on the 2-inch head pin to include these seed beads. I might run out of room. So we have seed bead, 8mm seed bead, liquid silver tube bead, again a seed bead, 6mm and seed bead. Let's see if we can fit another liquid silver on here and keep going. It's getting close. Try another seed bead and then add the 4mm bicone. Ooh, that's close. I don't know if I can even pick up another seed bead. This idea may not work. I didn't even work in the daisy spacers. You can see that I'm out of room. I don't have enough room here to add the ear wire. So I'm going to back off completely on this and try this again. I'm going to leave out the seed beads. It was just something I wanted to try. And let's just stack everything else. That tiny seed bead, when you put enough of them in there, does take up some of your space. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, that's what it looks like. Hope that's showing up in the camera. But that's what we have, and I don't have the daisy spacers in here. I'm going to set that one aside and try one again, but this time I'm going to try to work in the daisy spacers along with the liquid silver tube beads. I'm just trying it because the daisy spacer will highlight each bicone bead. May or may not like it, not sure yet. That's what we do, we're just playing. I'll show it to you in 1 second here, leaving out all the little seed beads, leaving those out of it for now. This is what it looks like. Which one do you like better? Can you see them in the camera? Does it show up any better on the dark? I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell how well it's showing up until I'm editing. The only thing is I'm running out of room at the top. So again, it's not completely working out the way I wanted it to. So I guess I'm going to go back to this. What if we put the daisy spacer just for the middle one, the lightest color bicone bead? What if we try that? These are so tiny. Well, that's interesting with it like that. Decisions. These are definitely long earrings. I think I'm going to do a compromise. I'm going to do the seed bead at the bottom, the 8mm. I'm going to combine a couple of ideas here. 2 bead, daisy spacer, 6mm, daisy spacer, 2 bead, 4mm, and finish with the seed bead at the top. That's what I'm going to go with. Push the beads down, and I'm going to have to set this flat to be able to keep my thumb on that top bead. I don't have a lot to work with. Ooh, I don't have much at all. So I can't put it where I normally put it to make my loop. I'm going to have to make a smaller loop, like half the size, and that's okay. I just got to get this through here and get it closed up. I'm pulling it back to try to straighten it up. It's really different when you're making a loop a different size than what you normally make. All right, so let's do the same thing here. Seed bead, daisy spacer in between the center 6mm, and since this is such a light color for this 6mm, the little daisy spacers help make it pop a little bit. These look a little small. I want one slightly larger. Grab one here. As I've said before, these are not consistent in size. I don't have a lot left over to work with, so I'm just letting it stand on my bead mat, pushing it down, bending it, going to about halfway between the space I normally use and the tip of my round nose pliers. A little loop, close it up, straightening it up, close it up. And these might go a little cattywampus on you. You might have to straighten them out a little bit, but we've got it. Let's put these on some Well, if we're going to go long, we're going to go long. So I'm just going to use the hook ear wires. Let's open that loop sideways. You can open it on the ear wire or the earring. I normally do the ear wire. Don't know why I did it on the earring itself because I don't even have much to work with that. But let's add this and then we'll take a look at it. I need these little seed beads. See what we've got here for these long earrings. Here you go. And how long are they? Well, from the top of the ear wire, which is how you measure earrings like this, these are almost, well, let's just call it 2.5 inches long. So quite long. Again, you can use complementary colors like I've done here, or you could do 3 different colors. Have fun with it. That's the point of this video, is have fun. Let's go on and make pair number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make pair number 5. Let's see what we have here. We have 2 2-inch head pins. I have these in silver. And then I have 2 8mm crystal rondelles with an AB finish. Oh my gosh. Clear AB. Clear Aurora Borealis. That's what the AB stands for. Aurora Borealis. Say that 10 times real fast. And then I have some little lever back ear wires. And then I have some 6mm. I have 2 green, 2 red, 2 blue, and then I have a 4mm in amber and a few, probably too many, little seed beads here. Okay, let's find out what these are going to look like. Let's start with a little seed bead at the bottom. Whoops, it won't fit through there. There it fits. And then let's pick up the 8mm crystal bicone bead with the AB finish. I hope you can see that sparkle. Oh my gosh. And then let's just choose whatever color we want to start with. I think I'll go with red since it's the darkest color. Start with that. And then maybe the blue, and then a green, and then an amber, and then pick up another seed bead. And there you go. We have some beautiful stacked bicone crystals. You could put daisy spacers. You could put the rhinestone rondelles in between, whatever you'd like. But I just want to show you as you stack them how beautiful these are going to be. Let's make the other one. Of course, we want it to match, obviously. You can put these in any order that you'd like. You can use any colors that you'd like. In fact, there's room here to add even a few more crystals. Maybe you might want to put a little amber in between everything. But I'm just going to stack them like this, just so I can show you a variety of color. And I'm just pushing the beads down, putting my thumb on that top bead, bending it at a right angle, trimming it down to what? About 3/8 of an inch. Wires flush. Make your loop. Not a very good loop. Pull it back if you need to. You know what? I cut this a little bit long. So to compensate for that, I'm just going to trim off a little bit over my trash can and try this again. If I need to, I'll get another head pin. I just went a little bit too long on that wire. I'm not getting the loop that I want. I am pulling it back to straighten it out and then close it up. It's much better. Let's do a little bit better on this one here. Push the beads down, bend this. It's spinning on me. It's part of what's happening. Okay, we've got it. Now, we can't open the loop sideways on this lever back, so we need to open it up on the actual earring and slip it through here and close that up. There's no front or back to the earring, so it doesn't matter how we put it through here. These are beautiful. I wish it was a sunny day. If it was a sunny day outside, I'd take you outside right now and take the camera outside, take you with me and show you how pretty these are in the sunlight. Now, I can't actually put them on here. They don't actually go on here very well. Well, maybe I can stick it through there just a little bit to show you. It's not the right display, but yeah, okay. There you go. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacked bicone crystals. I do think my loop could be better on this one, so I'm going to redo that one. I'll do that before the video is over, but there you go. Just gorgeous. Again, look at them in the light. Just beautiful. Pair number 5, and I've got some more up my sleeve, so keep watching. I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but I have these little ball head pins. You can see how thin they are. And I'm going to try a technique that I've been using lately, and it does not involve wire wrapping. It's a lot easier. I do have some more 6mm beads left. I have some 4mm beads left. I've got a little bit of everything here. And I didn't even get into the clear crystals. Not yet anyway. So I want to try something. Lately I've been using this little looper tool. And, you know, as I said, these head pins are so thin. You could, I mean, look how bent up they are, right? They're really bent up. I don't even know if I could straighten them up if I wanted to. But I want to try taking some of these, well, let's just do the 6mm. And we know that we need 2 beads per earring. 2 beads per color for each pair of earrings. So I'm just going to see what I've got to work with. The red's the darkest. We have some of the light and some of the amber. Not sure if I'm going to get into the 4mm, so I'll set those aside. But this is what I have. Let's try an idea. Let's just take these crazy head pins that are all bent out of shape and pick up one of the 6mm crystals. It has the ball on one end, and let's see if I can do this idea that I've been using lately, wires flush, that I just roll this down. Just roll it and roll it and roll it. Instead of wire wrapping it, just roll it. Now I do have to make sure that this doesn't stick out, but here we go. We've got this little bead here. I'm just going to do several. I'm going to try one earring. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, nothing lost here. You tried it with me. But let's give this a try. Again, my wire's flush. I'm using the smaller of the loops, and I'm just going to roll this down. Just, you can see how I'm doing my wrist. Just roll it, roll it, roll it. And just, you know, you can give it a little pinch if you want. Just make sure nothing sharp is sticking out. I mean, try to straighten it a little bit with your fingers if you can. Oh, let's pick up a bead first. That would be helpful. Yeah, how about that, Vickie? Pick up a bead first. Wires flush. Roll it, roll it, roll it. I love doing this. There's something relaxing about doing this. You can give it a pinch if you want. 3 down, a few more colors to go. Just going to use everything I have to work with here. I don't think I was at the tip of that as much as I should have been. I think it's going to be okay. I wish I had more colors, but I don't want to get into my Swarovski crystal if I don't need to for this here. Okay, wires flush. All right, so we have every color, which is not a lot. It's only 5. What else do we need? We could always make more than one of a color. But let's, well, first of all, I need to put a bead on the end of this. I've got a little round bead here. I believe it's 4mm, because I don't want these to fall off. Oh, I forgot to do the red. Yeah, I forgot to do the red. One more. You already saw where I'm going with this, but one more. Those look like they're different sizes. Yeah, almost, of course, make sure that the hole in your bead doesn't let this slip off the little 1-inch head pin, the ball head pin. And just roll it all the way down. Let's try this. Let's try loading these up on this 1-inch head pin and let them fall where they may, just stacking them. I've never done this before, not like this anyway. Ooh, those are looking cute. Now, is it enough? They're going to move around. It's kind of like a little shaggy earring, and I almost feel like it might need a little more. Well, this is where we could work in those clear. It's time to get these. Yeah, let's fill in with some clear. Whoops, that one went flying. I've got plenty of these ball head pins, so I'm not worried about that. I'll tell you what, I've got a song that I wrote for this video, and I haven't played the whole thing for you yet. I've just played a little teaser. So while I'm putting the rest of these on these little ball head pins, I'll play that song for you that I wrote.
Do you have the desire and the time to make 6 pairs of beautiful crystal Bicone beaded earrings? They take a few beads, a few findings, and barely 5 minutes per pair to make earrings that sparkle in the light. Gather your jewelry, making the tools, a few daisy spacers, glass or metal, 2 beads, a few tiny seed beads, and perhaps rhinestones. long glass bead stash. Choose your favorite colors, a variety of sizes too. It's all about bicone beads, a few of each will do. Gather your jewelry making tools, 6 pairs of ear wires, and 12 head pins. That's all you need. Are you ready to begin? In only 5 minutes you can make a pair of beautiful bicone beaded earrings. Earrings that sparkle in the light. Earrings that sparkle in the light.
Okay, I think I have enough here. I have 3 clear crystals per earring. I just need to get those stacked and I need to add these in. The question is, do I want to go to a longer head pin so it's easier to work with? And I think I do. I think it will just be easier to hold on to. And these beads are 4mm. We have the 4mm bead, and let's just go ahead and I guess I'll stack the darker one at the bottom, red, and I'll do blue, throw a clear in here, and then just a green, dark amber, clear. Well, I remember the order of how I did these. I don't know, but here you go. They're going to move around. I did something similar to this one time, but I think it was some kind of shell chipstone. Okay, I know we did the red.
Ruby red, sapphire blue, or emerald green, amber amethyst or crystal clear. Use your favorite colors for each pair. Add glass tube beads or tiny little seed beads. It's all about your style, your flair. Earrings that sparkle in the light.
And then the clear. This is what we have. How fun. And I am just going to go ahead and use a couple of hook ear wires. Oh, let's add another bead to the top just to kind of hold everything in place. They're going to move around. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. It's what we've got. And I'm pushing the bead down. Now, we could add 2 beads here. We could add some length to it. Could add the liquid silver or just about anything, but I'm just going ahead and trimming this down to about my 3/8 of an inch. Get a hold of this, make my loop. It feels awkward holding all these beads in my hand. I got a little bit of a teardrop on that one, but I'm going with it. Push these down, bend that at a right angle. 3/8 of an inch. It feels very odd in the hand, I'll tell you that. Ah, it's moving on me. Get a hold of it here. Make my loop. Yeah, that one's more teardrop here. What normally makes that happen is you don't have the end of the wire where it should be in your pliers. And since this is such an awkward feeling earring in my hand, that's my excuse anyway. Sticking to it. How's that? Okay. Use our chain nose, open that sideways. I think this is going to end up being my favorite pair. These are cute. Cute, cute, cute. And you could do these in a whole bunch of 4mm stack. These are 6mm, but you most certainly could use 4. And they are going to move all over the place. Are you ready to take a look? This is pair number 6. Oh my gosh. What do you think? You could do various shades of the same color. You could do all crystals if you want to, or you could do a variety. All you need are these little ball head pins, these crazy little things, and some 6mm bicone beads. And it does help to use this looping tool. As I said, I use the small one. So if you need one of these, I'll put on the screen here a QR code for my Amazon affiliate store where you can find this under tools. But yes, this is my favorite pair. I am going to ask you to vote at the end of the video for your favorite pair or pairs. And yeah, keep watching here. I'm going to show them to you up close so you can vote for your favorite or favorites.
Have another 5 minutes, make another pair. What's your favorite color to wear? Make several pair, rack them, stack them with a few daisy spacers or tiny seed beads, earrings that sparkle in the light. Add 1, 2, 3 or more Bicone beads. Gather several tiny beads into a little cluster. Admire their beautiful, brilliant luster.
I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you'll take a minute and vote for your favorite or favorites out of these pairs of earrings that we made using glass Bicone beads. I had a lot of fun making them, and do forgive me for not being on camera this time. I've just been really busy. So I will see you in the next video, and of course check out all my other videos on the channel Avante Jewelry. And I appreciate a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, all that good stuff, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And I'll see you in the next video. I've put together a playlist of music for making jewelry. My hope is that you play this in the background as you're taking apart jewelry, upcycling jewelry. I invite you to listen and possibly save it as a playlist. I'm so excited. I've been having so much fun. I have more songs that are not included here. They'll come in a future playlist.
The final challenge is deciding which pair to wear. Earrings that sparkle